Video number one is all of the problems you've had getting your license. Like the hoops to jump through when getting your dealer's license. I don't know what volume we're on for videos. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what segment we're in. But last video, you submitted the application, you got the approval from the zoning board.
Yep.
Now we're going on to the next step, phase 2. Everything's submitted to the state.
I submitted the entire application to the state, included like criminal background checks, having your business registered with your tax ID number.
Let me interrupt you for a second because I never even talked to them what we're talking about. My name is Craig, this is Adam. Adam is getting his own dealer's license from his house. If you haven't watched our videos yet, go back to the other videos so you can see the step 1s and the step 2s. Step 3s are your loopholes. That's what we're discussing. You currently have your dealer's license. We'll get to that in another video.
Yep.
Today, you had all kinds of issues after you submitted your application. So let's discuss your application. The state requires you to do an application, a dealer's license application.
Yeah.
In order to get your dealer's license, you had some requirements, which were what?
It was very thorough. So it was not just filling out an application, hoping for the best. It's a lot that goes into it, like the criminal background check, checking the property, checking with your local zoning authorities to make sure it's approved, getting an agreed partnership with an inspection station, service agreement.
Sign.
So, yeah, getting your sign, and there's very specific requirements about the sign. I wound up making like 4 or 5 different signs before I actually met the requirements, which was a pain.
So I'm going to start at your license application. Like you call the state, the DMV, they give you the license application. You fill out that's the easiest
you
part,
download
probably
it off
all
the
of it.
website.
Yeah, get it right off their website. You pay the fee, and you make sure you have your requirements. They tell you what the requirements are. Then a trooper comes out. That's like the next step, which is positive. Well, actually, they'll call you and say, were you approved by the town? The town had already approved you. We did that video.
Right.
Then the trooper comes out, right?
Yep.
So the trooper comes out, he inspects your location, and he says, you are missing this, and you are missing that, and we need you to do this. What were those things?
So the letters on my sign were just over 9 inches. They need to be over 10 inches. So I had to make a new sign.
1 inch matters.
But that's my fault. Yep. Your life story.
Yep.
So besides that, what else? So there was an issue with the address. He said that your retail dealership can't also be your residence. You can't have the same address.
Yep.
So I actually had to get my garage its own address. So now it has a separate address from my home address. So it's basically just, add a number or letter.
I can show people exactly what you mean
Has to
because
have
we
its
went
own
through
address.
this. So Adam called me, people, Bob, Craig, I can't work from home. I got you. See this B right here? B, A on that door over there, separate your units. Your garage is not attached to your home.
Yep.
So you just separated the garage address from your home address. Not quite as simple, but still pretty
Right.
simple.
I made it.
So you went to the postmaster.
Yeah, he's a real person.
Yeah.
I went to the
Postmaster.
local post office.
Yeah.
I met the postmaster.
Yeah.
I thought it was this prestigious person, but it's just a guy who
It's like
hangs
the
out in
manager.
the back of the post office.
Yeah, the manager of the post office.
But he was actually pleasant and made it very easy on me. So it wasn't too bad. It took about, I think he said 10 days for the new address to post.
So he writes down the new address, which is basically like Unit 1 or Unit B or
Essentially,
something.
yeah.
Do you need a new post box too?
I
Mailbox?
had to get a new mailbox,
Mailbox
with the address
that says
clearly
B.
listed on it.
All right. And then
Um,
you got to sign over your garage door.
Yeah.
So now you got to sign. What else was there?
Now I had to completely resubmit my application
Start
with
over,
the different
yeah.
addresses.
And
So
then the
all
trooper has to
over
come back
again.
out?
No, he was actually pretty cool about it because he did everything else he needed to while he was there. So I had to resubmit the application all over again with the updated address. Then come to find out the surety bond I had to get.
So your surety bond, which is required in case you like default on a car. So say you sell a car to somebody and like you promise them something and you don't fulfill your obligation.
Sure.
They can go after your surety bond. That's like the basic way of saying what a surety bond is. Your surety bond was insured to your home, the original address, not the new address, say Unit B.
Right.
So you have to now adjust your surety bond to the
I had
correct
to get
address.
a rider to my surety bond. It
Rider.
didn't cost me anything. It was just updated paperwork, basically, like a new change of address. And then submit that to the state after I got that.
Right.
But then once I was approved, they called me. I was actually in Florida with you, and I got the call that said, everything's approved. We're going to give you a link to take the course.
You did it online?
Yeah, because there's a course online now. It was 6 parts. It wasn't difficult. Everything they said made sense. So, it's easy as long as you pay attention. It was boring.
They do them in-house too. Well, at least they did pre-COVID. I prefer it that way because I like sitting there. I like to ask a lot of questions. So if
You're
they
that guy.
offer, yeah. Oh, well, I don't want to make mistakes later. So yes, I am that guy. I do that. Taryn goes nuts when I order food too, because they ask a lot of questions at restaurants. So they usually offer them in-house too if you're this type of person or that type of person online.
Yeah. So it all worked out. I passed the course, no problem. And as soon as I did that, they said, okay, you're all set. They were
Done.
very responsive.
So
as
quick.
soon as I submitted my results for the test, they were like, okay, you're all set. And then they said, would you like to print out, would you like to pick up your plates, or would you like to have everything mailed to you? So
Just get it.
I agreed to go pick
Just
it
go
up the
get
next
it.
day, got everything, and here I am going to
Done.
the auction on Thursday to buy some high quality vehicles.
And so it begins, the adventure of Adam and his car dealership. What do you think the whole time thing was? Like 6 months maybe?
Yeah, I think I started back in September, and it's now near the end of January.
Nice. And this week you go to the auction.
Right.
So it is realistic. I'm going to get you out of this frame for a second and say goodbye. It is realistic, and it is possible to get your dealer's license even from a home garage if it's zoned appropriately and you go through the appropriate measures and jump through the right hoops. And we're making this series and going to continue these series so you get to see like a day in the life of a new car deal. How do you start it? How does it work? Adam has already had his first headache in selling his first car, which is a whole other video, which will be right after this one. So if you like these videos and you think they're informative, thumbs ups are helpful because we are now starting our own channel. This is the channel. You get to see what is happening in this world and how it works, and then you can follow in our footsteps and let us make those mistakes. Thumbs ups are appreciated if I haven't said it. Subscribe for the next video, and if you want to know when the next video comes out, you know the bell? Those bells notify you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so you get a notification when we make a new video, so you can do that too. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next segment, next video. Bye.